Well, it looks like Taylor Swift is not the only person screaming "F you" at me and dissing Kim Kardashian, because it looks like Kim got herself into a very messy situation, and it's not looking good for her now. Why all know how many celebs have been drawn into this situation with Diddy? Right? Well, Kim is just the latest to be exposed, and why all? It looks like she is deep in with Diddy. Now, word on the streets is that Kim was allegedly responsible for helping Diddy pay off his victims and silencing them. If why all thought that her partnership with Balenciaga was messy, you're about to be shook, because allegedly, she has been in on the whole thing with Diddy treating women horribly. The feds are on her trail, and they're closing in hot. It looks like Kim Kardashian is exposed, and there's nowhere left for her to run. Is Kim Kardashian about to face her own RICO charges? Why all? We got to break down this mess. So, it looks like the Swifties have another reason to hate Kim Kardashian, because it's looking like we finally know the real reason that Kim Kardashian has been going over and beyond to distance herself from Diddy. At first, we all thought that the reason she suddenly pretended she didn't know Diddy was that she was horrified by the allegations made against him. But as many have pointed out, she has continued to work closely with Balenciaga even after that messy scandal. So, why was she suddenly going over and beyond to distance herself from Diddy? Word on the streets is that the real reason is that she is terrified that fans would make the connection between her and Diddy's crimes, and she would get in trouble for it. Well, she only managed to delay the inevitable because fans put two and two together and exposed Kim big time. See, when Diddy first started getting exposed, fans were speculating that he had a lot of help from his powerful friends in high places, because he had gotten away with bad behavior for such a long time that he was bound to have gotten help from some powerful people. At first, people were throwing around names like Jay-Z, Beyonce, and all that, but one name that people didn't immediately catch on to was Kim Kardashian. Well, there is a long history of Kim and Diddy being friends, and Diddy was even one of the very few people that she followed on Instagram until she randomly decided to unfollow him a few days before he was raided by Homeland Security. Interesting though, isn't it? Now, some might call this a coincidence, but given that Kim has taken after her mother and is one of the most calculated women in Hollywood, it's definitely giving on purpose. But it was at this point that people started to dig deep into Kim because the timing was just too suspicious. And, well, let's just say the things that we found out about her and her family's ties to Diddy and his alleged shady crimes are crazy. Now, the real tea started when a TikToker named BB the Songwriter did a deep dive about how Kim and Diddy were allegedly involved in Britney Spears' conservatorship. Now, how did Britney and her situation get in it? Well, Kim allegedly tried to do the same thing to Kanye. Yeah, why all? It's all adding up. When we realize that Kim is close friends with Lou Taylor, who is the woman behind Britney's conservatorship, it starts to make sense. Lou is the owner of the popular management company TriStar Sports and Entertainment Group, and there have been stories of how Lou moved shadily towards her clients. Apart from her Britney situation, she allegedly tried to have Lindsay Lohan committed and put under a conservatorship, but luckily, Lindsay's parents saw through that BS and they fought for their daughter. But if you're wondering how this all ties to Kim, let me break it down. I don't know if y'all remember this, but a couple of years ago, Kim's mom Kris Jenner got dragged when fans found out that she had founded a church called California Community Church in 2009. Yes, she registered this church as a non-profit organization, and members are required to pay a monthly fee of $1,000. They are also encouraged to donate a 10% income tithe to the church each year. Now, at first, everybody thought that it was definitely a shady move by the Kardashians to get tax write-offs, but it was worse than that. As it turns out, Lou Taylor is a board member of this said church. Reports have it that the church allegedly gets huge donations from Diddy to pay off his victims over the years, all allegedly. On the surface, it looks like the church is just doing some charity work, but the truth is way worse than that. 24 hours before the raid, Lou Taylor exposed Kim Kardashian decides to unfollow Diddy, right? Well, come to find out, this person by the name of Lou Taylor is apparently Diddy's manager. And this Lou Taylor woman is also on the board of Hillsong's church. Follow me. Go with me, they are doing all of this in the name of the Lord. Just follow the story. Now, to cover myself, everything in this video is alleged, honey. This is what I dug up. And I don't know how much truth there is to it, but there are reports, okay? So everything that I'm saying is allegedly. Keep that in mind. So, Lou Taylor apparently is paying off allegedly some of Diddy's victims from this slush fund through some church fund. Not only that, but Kim Kardashian's mom has been making these girls pay 10% tithes to some church that Lou Taylor and her husband are basically owners or co-owners of. So I was like, let me look into this Lou Taylor person. I'm thinking Lou Taylor was a guy, it was a woman with a whole husband, and they are doing ministry and everything. Now mind you, why all remember the whole thing with Britney Spears. So come to find out Lou Taylor is the CEO of TriStar Sports and Entertainment. She's like a business manager icon. Now, do why all know the Lohans? What's Lindsay Lohan? So, she apparently, allegedly, has been behind most of these stars' conservatorship situations, especially Britney Spears. So before we talk about Britney, Mike Lohan, which is Lindsay Lohan's daddy, accused Lou Taylor and the mama, Dina Lohan, of trying to put Lindsay Lohan in a conservatorship concerning her money. Also, allegedly, there's a lawsuit from 2021 with the Astroworld tragedy, and she's being sued for employment discrimination. This is what this Lou Taylor is. Now, Lou Associates maintain intense control over Britney Spears' life and money, and she was behind even the conservatorship of why Britney Spears had that conservatorship, because she ended up becoming the business manager and took over the financial pieces of Britney Spears' whole situation. But that's not crazy enough. Fans also pointed out that Lou Taylor has allegedly been up to this kind of behavior for years. Allegedly, her MO is to get celebs misdiagnosed with a condition that they don't have, put them under a conservatorship, and take their money. This might seem crazy, but Kanye spoke out about this a while ago, and it looks like it's the same thing that happened to Wendy. But that's another conversation. And look, they tried to medicate me. I was exhausted, they wrongly diagnosed me. And when I asked them how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly, it took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this. Right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here. And it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though, well, they would have Britney Spears ed you. I mean, look, Michael Jackson or worse. Yeah, so what they did, look at what they did to Britney. When she went in, she was tired, she was exhausted, she was in a bad way, but 10 years of that medication wrecked her brain. Allegedly, Kim and Diddy were behind this, but they were unsuccessful because Kanye was too strong-willed to let them do that to him. Interestingly though, Britney Spears has also come out to claim that she was misdiagnosed with the condition that led to her conservatorship, and she pointed her finger at her parents and Lou Taylor for being behind it. Now, the crazy part about all this is that the Kardashians are estimated to have profited more than $600 million from Britney's conservatorship, all allegedly. So next time, when you're wondering how they were able to afford these mansions and private jets, you might have an idea how. Well, fans got suspicious when Kim's net worth suddenly grew overnight by $600 million, and even though she claimed that it was from Skims, people really didn't believe her. Somebody wrote, if you're Lou Taylor and you need to hide $600 million, would Kim's estate be a logical place to try and hide it? But that's not all, because they also pointed out how Kylie Jenner also sold half of her makeup company, Kylie Cosmetics, for a very familiar price. The fan explained, if you're following the conspiracy, that means the money could have gone from Britney's trust to Stonebridge to Panama back into the US, through Kim's trust and over to Kylie Jenner. Yeah, why all? This is giving shady for real. No wonder they're trying to get rid of TikTok. But given that Lou Taylor manages Kim's money and is tied to Kris Jenner's church, which allegedly gives payouts to Diddy's victims, I think we can see what could be going on here. But that's not even the juiciest part, why all? Because if we have made this connection, can you imagine the tea that the feds might have on her? Yeah, it's crazy. According to the reports, Kim is allegedly going to be implicated in these RICO charges that Diddy is currently facing. And why all? At this point, Diddy is going to take half the industry down with him because it looks like the Kardashian clan might be shaking the table and about to crumble. Well, fans are definitely shook by this and they commented, wow. Nothing surprises me with the Kardashians. That young lady speaking on that video certainly had a lot of incriminating information. Kim's time is up. She's losing business with Hulu and others. Depending on the outcome of the trials with Diddy, it will determine whether she can still be on TV or get endorsements. She's on borrowed time right now. Me thinks she will go down with Diddy, and that will be that, and the jails won't have enough space to hold all these evil people. But what do I all think about this? Do you think Kim Kardashian was really in cahoots with Diddy, and she'll get brought up on RICO charges? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and then check out this.